Hey guys, so for me listening to this Ellen Alda podcast, I took away a few things and it really got me thinking about my own personal, conversations and the way I communicate with others. For me, the main takeaways was, being really empathetic and paying attention to, how you're interacting with someone and how they perceive what you're taking or what you're saying, because unless you're actually really invested in a conversation or giving a presentation and you're really showing your audience that you're passionate about telling them your information, you're not having good, true communication. And I felt that he just kept nailing it on, be more personal and it comes across better, and then your audience is more likely to, agree or listen to what you're saying instead of just automatically cut you off if you come across cocky or, know-it-all sort of thing. And I found the part about him talking about the switch tracking where, you think that you're having a conversation with someone else, but you're actually having two at once. I found that really interesting because, as I said before, it got me thinking about my own conversations, and this happens more than, people even think about. And so I found it pretty interesting. And then, really paying attention to somebody's expressions as you're talking to them. And having just like a real connection will get you like a really good response from the person. And if you're having that real connection, you'll get a better response and a true response. And I just found, that part of it all really interesting. Going into broadcast meteorology, though I am talking to a camera, I do know there's an audience out there that's watching what I'm saying. And, I'm there when there's severe weather, so I can't just, come across and say, oh, this is what's going on, and use all of my terms and not, really think about, okay, that there's more than just a camera that I'm talking to. There's people out there that are counting on me to give them the correct information and be empathetic. If a tornado's coming your way, I can't just say, oh my gosh, there's a tornado, you better cover. Like, I can't stress them out. I need to be that person that's, keeping them informed, and that way that they are not stressed more than they need to be. And, I think another aspect is, like, that's already been talked about several times, how doctors have to really focus on good communication, being empathetic, because, again, in that scenario where there's life-threatening stuff going on and they're the ones telling you that information, so they can't just tell you all of this and then leave you hanging. And I just found that really interesting. And then my question to you guys is, how do you go about being empathetic, paying attention to your audience, that sort of thing? How would you go about incorporating that concept into like the different audiences discussed in chapter 4, where like, they are the favorable audience, the neutral audience, or the hostile environment, or not environment, but audience? How would you go about changing your empathy or the connection or the way you go about talking to someone in a different environment? Whereas, if it's favorable, are you more relaxed with them? Or if it's a hostile, are you going to be super, gung-ho about what you have to say? So that is my question for you all.